So guys, Superman trailer dropped. The Superman trailer is out. And I want to talk Superman, but first, my only thing is, like, I just don't really Pa Kent. I'm in Ma Kent. I'm like, I get it. They're Kansas people,
Dude.
but like,
Spencer, get him, because I think I know where you're going to go.
I get it. It's comic accurate, but I just didn't. And I feel like his delivery is so slow. I don't know. For me, I'm like,
I think that's there. Yeah, no,
I think that's.
I don't think I'm going to agree with you, Sean. I think, I don't know. There's a handful of stuff I don't love about Ma and Pa. I mean, I do love the ethics. This whole thing I think is a little bit about ethics. You know what I mean? And that's great, and it is very real, and it is very Midwestern. But god dang it, I've loved the past versions. I don't know. I guess it's a new take. I got a lot, but go ahead, Sean.
He wants to send it over to Sean first. Okay, all right. We'll send it to Sean.
This is only Ma and Pa Kent. This is how far we're gonna get tonight. This is get your popcorn ready, go to the bathroom now, come on back.
We're only gonna talk about Ma and Pa Kent.
I actually kind of like the fact that Ma and Pa Kent aren't these like just really super well put together characters. Like this felt real, like Ma and Pa Kent bumpkins.
Definitely real. Yeah.
I actually kind of like that take for it, and seeing his people were gonna die, his reaction to that, you can see the through line between those values from Ma and Pa Kent into this, and when you compare it to the Henry Cavill Superman and his Ma and Pa Kent, you gotta hide that shit, son. You can't worry about this shit, son. You gotta, like, it's a little bit of a difference. There's you can kind of see the through lines there too as well. But I liked it. I liked Ma and Pa Kent here.
I'm hating on Ma and Pa Kent. I'm hating on him.
The delivery at first was like, who's talking? Who's saying this?
Yeah.
Is it a bumpkin? And we got a little bit of a bumpkin in there. I mean, that man is from Constantine, for God's sakes. That guy's an actor. He's been fucking around a long time. I was excited to see that.
He's been around. I like the idea of this, Sean, though, being about like, okay, he's not supposed to be doing this. He's outside the government. He's He represents America. And I think that's the thing about Superman is like he, again, is supposed to be a ray of light for the world a lot of times. Yeah. Yes, he's a Kansas boy, and he has those morals of a Kansas boy, which I think is great. He morally, he's construed to that. But I think that the idea is he's a symbol of hope, of love, of draw, of inspiration. And I think that he doesn't have to answer people, but he does for a reason. He talks to people, but I love that. Yeah,
this is supposed to be a younger Superman. This is supposed to be like a newer kind of thing. Like I think like you felt that even the the transformation from him talking like Clark Kent and then talking like Superman, I felt very earned, like it was earned, and I could see where it was going. There's so much to pick apart here. I loved the Luthor. Like I thought, like he is actually kind of playing it really well too. There's a lot to like here, man. What do you want me to do? I can go scene by scene if you want. There's a ton here to enjoy and feel excited about.
GR is not apparently, because GR is trying to get here really bad. GR,
my bad.
Well, I agree with what Emma Peel said. They're terribly insulting stereotypes of the Midwest. I know a lot of Midwestern people, and they're not all like that. And I'm sorry, that was not Ma and Pa.
That was not. Okay.
Well, you are entitled to your opinion, even if it's wrong.
Thank you.
But I agree with one of the things you said. That was the best Lex Luthor I've seen in a movie yet about Superman.
I really freaking think Nicholas Hoult GR is great for this. I honestly think that.
I was
think
about it. Man, yeah.
I was too, Sean. I was too. Like you think about the Jesse Eisenberg thing, that happened before. Where you go with a younger kind of guy for Lex Luthor, and will that work? But I think he just works really well. He kind of like like Jesse Eisenberg literally said like that taking that role ruined his career. He literally said that in an interview. He's like, because it really like people like hated him. They weren't booking him after that because it was bad. It was like the worst thing he did. And I think this is going to actually help Nicholas Hoult a lot. It just seems like that to me. I really do think that he has a presence here. His voice sometimes I'm like, but I think he has a presence. I think it works. And
he's believable. He's a believable Luthor right off the bat.
Yeah,
for me at least. Even how many characters and moments you got on this to like, you know, not everyone's going to recognize exactly. Not everyone's going to recognize this Green Lantern version. Not everyone's going to recognize this Hawk Girl. Not a lot of, you know, like Mr. Terrific's got a whole interesting kind of thing. But just little touches, man. I just felt like so planned and so like thoughtfully done. Like just little detail thing I really enjoyed here.
People are saying about stereotypes in the chat quite a bit. Spencer, you've been holding back.
A couple things. Hey, I'm balling up. I'm gonna freak out.
Freak out, Spencer. Get in there.
I am from Missouri, right on the border of Kansas, Missouri. Kind of, pretty much right where the fuck Superman is, and pretty good impression of the Midwest, if I'm being quite honest with you. Yeah, not everybody is like a stereotype. I mean, that's how stereotypes work. You know, there's exclusions to every stereotype. But yeah, I definitely know a lot of people that are fit that archetype, and you know, it's again, morals, ethics. You know, that's what we're sending home here. Sweet Midwestern folk. You know, to segue off that. There were a couple moments in the trailer, the original trailer that I saw the first time, that had me a little bothered. The one with him and Pa Kent was one of them. When he kind of he says the line and then he throws his arms on him, and he does it, and it's a little emotional and it's nice, and I don't know. My first thought is just it would obliterate him. You know, just like it would
breaks
just
all
turn
his
him
bones.
into fucking I've been watching too much of The Boys, I think, probably. But you know, and then there's the moment in the original trailer where they throw the can. The guy throws the can in the back of his head.
Yeah,
and he kind of like blinks and like it looks like a wince. And I'll be honest with you, not proud of it. But I got online and I had a long rant about it. Just a long rant about why that's not acceptable. You know, and I just did multiple reasons about why it's just not, you know. And I even went back into that Superman Returns where they shoot him in the fucking eyeball.
He's fine.
And
he's fine.
And he just, just doesn't nothing. And I'm like, yeah, this is a step down, I think.
Do you think that I was talking to another nerdy friend of mine, and we were talking about the different trailers that we got for this movie, right? The original one, right? Really, it's quiet. There's music. There's not a lot of action in it. You kind of let like longer, kind of like little glimmer of thing, and then this one's just action a go-go, right?
So much action.
A lot of things spoiled. A lot of like, you know, more screen time of the engineer. Like a lot of really weird things going on. I was like, I felt like they requested that for this round of the trailer. But it's just such a juxtaposition when you compare it to the first trailer to this. It was just like it's just funny. It's just funny that like, oh, we're getting this trailer and so much was shown because so much was held back in that first trailer, I thought.
Yeah. And I think that's Gunn, personally. You know
yeah.
I mean, I think he's just like, I think he's a little cautious because he's worried, but also just,
it's a big thing for him.
It, you know, you can share the wrong clip of something. I mean, shit, man. I saw the first trailer and I had a long ass rant about it. You know what I mean? It affects people.
It does. It's Superman.
It's bullshit. It's bullshit, and it's just opinion. And at the end of the day, you know, we all have them. They all stink. But I will say, I liked seeing the new trailer, and he's not phased. And I'm like, okay, that's different. You know.
Maybe they listened to that too. They're like, "Fuck, we gotta change this. We gotta change."
Gunn was like, fuck, he's right. No,
and actually, you get a call out in the credits, like
special thanks,
Mr. O'Neill.
You really saved this film.
You know, special thanks to the whiners. You know, but and then you know, I will, you know, to continually segue. Yeah, really excited about the world that it's building. Because when I came into these comics, it was everything. You know what I mean? It wasn't just like I came in through Green Lantern, but the thing I love the most is every single comic had multiple parts of the Justice League, which is just I watched as a kid. You know what I mean? I loved it. And then now I feel like we're getting a real taste of that nostalgia and how big this world is and how interconnected everybody is, and seeing and I like Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner. At first, I was a little hesitant. Now I'm all for it. I think it's awesome.
I'm still hesitant.
so nervous when they overused him in the Super Bowl ads, right?
Yep.
Like it was just everyone. I was like, "What are we doing?
Yeah,
why is he doing this? The bowl cut, I get it. What are we doing?" That hand was just that was great.
Fucking beautiful.
It's such a small moment that like majority of people don't give a shit about. But like people like you and I are just like, that's Guy Gardner. That's great.
That's fucking sick, dude. And it just makes me think of like where that goes. It's a little spoiler alert, and I hope they do this. But like, there's a moment before like a big still out happens in all of DCU that's just so cool. But there's a moment where Guy Gardner, and like Atrocitus, for instance, is a Red Lantern. He creates the Red Lantern. It's an emotional spectrum. So green is willpower, right? Yellow is fear. Red is rage. And it's personifying people that personify these qualities, right? Somebody dies, and then Guy Gardner gets so angry that a Red Lantern ring flies on his finger, and he wields both of them, and is in this just rage. And he is just obliterating people. Just literally.
That sounds really cool.
Cutting them in half.
It's a great action figure.
I believe that. Yeah.
I actually sold it when they announced that Nathan Fillion was going to be Guy Gardner, because it was like, all that shit. I don't do that speculation shit a lot, but I was like, and he's got a rage chainsaw on it as well.
It's like he's got an axe, green axe, and a red. And he's just
great. He's vomiting. He's got spiky hair instead of a bowl cut.
Was it just going for a lot of money, so you sold it, or what?
Yeah, that was it. That was it.
Yeah,
and you got to make
about
room.
Money.
I don't know if you realize this. This is not for small room hobbyists, right? You got to make room for shit eventually. Otherwise, I'm going to start putting shit on the ceiling. I already got 2 shelves, and that's killing me. And then all this fucking things got to go, man. Things got to go. I do have a Batman as Sinestro core, though. Hold on.
Oh,
that's
what?
Cool. Which is awesome. Sinestro's fear, right? And then Batman is obviously terrifying as shit.
Yeah.
He had the ability to instill great fear. That's how he was captured. So there you go. Look at that.
Look at that.
And it's a little bat. Little bad thing.
Did that ever happen in the comics?
eBay later, guys. By the way,
Batman's been everything. So.
Did that ever happen in the comics? That couldn't happen.
For like 2 panels. For like 2 panels, he was a Green Lantern. He was a Yellow Lantern. Yeah. For 2 panels, and they made a fucking action figure about it.
Yeah.
What about like that whole ensemble cast? Like, Hawkgirl in there. You got Mr. Terrific. Is that going to be? They showed them more in this as like a team.
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't think they're going to be that in there that much, though. I just don't see it happening.
Maybe not. I was excited to see more Metamorpho. Like you could. I don't know if I mentioned it probably too many times or too loudly when we were watching the trailer, but Metamorpho's making kryptonite with his hand to keep them all. Keep them all down.
That was good.
He kind of looks like you guys ever watch Krypton, that sci-fi channel show? He looks like Brainiac looked on there, if you ask me. I see like the kind of character design.
Interesting.
The character design. He looks like Brainiac. And I still want him to do Brainiac.
Who was in that cube? I couldn't tell. It was a real quick shot. There was like a woman or something, but it's obviously like that's some kind of metahuman jail that they have or something. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see that explained.
They're locking him in there. Spencer, get in there.
Go ahead.
Get in there, Spencer. You got something. Get in there, man.
We were talking about Nicholas Hoult earlier, and I love watching kind of the bouncing of people's careers, and how they sell themselves to the next role. And I think he auditioned for Superman, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then James Gunn was like, "Yeah, love you, man. don't know if this is for you, right? But he was such a good young beast.
He was so good. Yeah.
Such a good Hank McCoy. And he's really always played like an intellectual very well. And, everybody knows Lex Luthor's like the Superman, but nobody knows that he's the smartest man in the world, right? He's literally like yeah, kind of like Tony Stark, but maybe a little higher when you're looking at scales of things. But yeah, I don't know. I am very excited about his personification of this Lex Luthor. Everybody seems
great.
Human. Everybody seems like very angry or jealous or misunderstood. And I'm like, yeah, there we go. This is real life. And just having superpowers doesn't change the fact that you have social justice.
Angel saying that maybe Superman gets framed in the storyline. I did hear this the time frame for this movie is like 48 hours, so it's not that long. So it takes place very quickly. It's like 2 days. That's what James Gunn was saying.
Who's the you?
James. What James? Oh, who's the you? What do you mean?
Who's the you man?
Green
outfit, blacked out outfit. Looks like Black Noir.
Yeah, I don't know if we know for sure. If I remember correctly, I know that the woman is the engineer, and so I thought it would be some sort of like
just
play off the Authority or somebody from that, but it's not. I don't know.
I really hope Brainiac appears here. I really want to see Brainiac somewhere.
For the amount of times that Lex, and especially for what we've seen him, that character be like a physical equal to Superman, I think in previous trailers too. It wouldn't be surprising to me. It's like if it's like a hidden Bizarro decoy or something like that, That
was my first thought. Then I went back to the old Kryptonians, right? And then I went to like, what was another universe? Ultraman.
Ultraman.
Yeah.
Thought about that for a bit. Now, I don't know.
That's a big thing. People are saying that Ultraman. I've been hearing that a lot of rumors online about Ultraman. Bizarro. I've been hearing that a lot. There's a lot of that.
Yeah,
and I like that they've opened up the multiverse already, like they're doing.
Yes, it already exists. We don't have to wait for it to be established. We can just expect and appreciate that these stories have been here, and that we're just getting glimpses in it. And I love that approach. And there's just there's something like refreshing about it. Oh yeah, Ultraman. Okay, there you go. All right, yeah. So,
GR, do you want to see Ultraman, GR? What do you think?
Yeah.
Oh, we can't hear GR. He's muted. We're muted, GR.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's because I was coughing, so I muted myself.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Which is cool. I love that universe. Like Owlman.
Oh, yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. I don't have JLA Earth 2 by the fantastic team of Grant Morrison and Frank Whiteley. Please go get it. It's a fantastic, very easy read. But Ultraman's in there.
I would love to see Ultraman. Before we sign off here, though, GR, is James Gunn still James Blank to you after this trailer?
The trailer looks good. I'll give him that. But until I see the whole movie, he's still the Blank Man.
There we go. I think this looks great. I think it does. It does feel like we're getting into this universe, and it has more of a ray of light. And I think that John Williams score always brings me back to the hope, the drive, the ambition, the love, and it honestly feels like Superman. It just does. And I think we've been missing that. The Zack Snyder one, I like those, but it took it down to that dreary level. This is bringing back hope, and I think that's what we need for the DCU is hope that it can actually work out this time. And I hope it does.
Maybe he's reloading, Brian.
He might be reloading.
Yo, player, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Because the Pepestar needs more snickety snacks. Because I'm hungry. Holla back. Love y'all. Control show.